Hello everybody, happy Sunday and welcome to Noel's Big Family Life. Today I'm going to share with you what I am feeding my large family of 10 for the day. So I will show you some breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert, and hopefully I can give you some ideas for your family. Make sure that you click that subscribe button and give a big thumbs up if you want to see more of these. Let's go on and start with breakfast. The first thing that you're going to need is apples, and I just diced them up. I did use 2 big apples for this. Then I'm just going to add them to a pot. Into that, a couple tablespoons of butter, a little salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, a teaspoon of cinnamon, about a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Then I just stirred that up and put that on a medium heat until the apples got soft. You just want to stir this occasionally so that the syrup doesn't burn. While that is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make the oatmeal. So I am just following the back of the container of the old-fashioned oats. For this, I was doing the one that makes 3 servings. You're going to let that just cook until it gets nice and soft. And don't forget about your apples, and take a second to stir those up. And then I'm going to add some cinnamon to my oats. And a little evaporated milk. You can add as little or as much as you want, but that just kind of helps it become creamy. You could also always just use regular milk as well. And then you could leave it just like that, but my kids do not like chunks in it, so I just take the immersion blender and blend it up a little bit. And now the apples should be done. And if you look, they have that pretty color to them. It's made a very nice syrup. So we're going to go on and just assemble the oatmeal. I also topped it with a little bit of walnuts and then a drizzle of sweetened condensed milk. It's not necessary, but it definitely adds a wonderful sweet creaminess, and highly recommend it. And now on to lunch. We are going to have taco lentil chili. The first thing that you want to do is, I am using an Instapot, but you could definitely do this in a regular pot too, is just put a little olive oil in the bottom, and you're going to saute your onions, green and red peppers. I'm using a frozen blend, but you could just cut up fresh onion and peppers if you wanted. Then I'm also going to add 3 cloves of garlic minced, or just a heaping teaspoon of already minced garlic. Then also add a package of taco seasoning, or if you have made your own taco seasoning, you would use 2 tablespoons. Put in 1 can of crushed tomatoes, a heaping tablespoon of tomato paste, a can of black beans, a can of kidney beans, salt and pepper if you would like to, a cup of dried lentils, and then you're going to do 2 cups of either water or vegetable or chicken stock, whatever you would like to use. Give that a stir, and then I did it for 17 minutes on high pressure with a quick release. This tastes so good, and you could top it with some sour cream or avocado, green onion, cheese, whatever you would like. We just ate it like that. And then for dinner, we just stayed simple, and we did cheeseburgers, and then we had some veggie sticks and pickles. And dessert, we made a jam cake. This is an old recipe of my grandmother's. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take a stick of butter, a cup of brown sugar, a half cup of white sugar, and you're going to blend that up. And once you've creamed that together, you're going to add in your 3 eggs. And then you're going to set that aside. And in another dish, you're going to add a cup of buttermilk with 1 heaping teaspoon of baking soda. And you're going to stir that together. You're going to want to put it in a much bigger cup than I did. As you will see, it starts to bubble up and go everywhere. So I quickly switched to a bigger bowl. And then you're going to set that aside. And in another bowl, you're going to sift together 2½ cups of flour. 1 teaspoon of cloves, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Then you're going to add that to your batter, alternating between the flour mixture and the buttermilk mixture. Once that's all mixed in, you're going to add to this 1 cup of blackberry jam. Or you could use raspberry, but you want to get the seedless kind. And then also 1 cup of walnuts. Then you're going to pour that into a sprayed bundt pan. And you're going to bake this at 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. Then you're going to let it cool before you ice it. For the icing, I do not have any measurements. All I do is start with some powdered sugar and then very slowly, a little at a time, add lemon juice. And stir it until it is a drizzle consistency. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's full day of meals, and I will see you again next time. Bye, everybody.